What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What is up, you guys? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I pray that this day is finding you guys well. I pray that your weekend so far has been an amazing weekend, a favor-filled weekend, a peace-filled weekend. A weekend where, it has just been truly enjoyable. And so I did not come on yesterday at all. It was just one of those days where sometimes you go through things and, you have to kind of just keep yourself busy to keep your mind off of, and I don't mean just, busy, like busying yourself up with things don't matter. But there are some moments in life, and I think in any aspect, whatever season of life, that you're in, where sometimes you have to just focus on doing the things that you need to get done, doing the things that that you can do, as a means of making it through whatever it is that you may be currently going through. And so yesterday was one of those days where I can just be totally transparent. Like, I focus more so on preparing my office. I'm still unpacking, believe it or not. And so it was one of those days where I literally just kept myself as busy as I could. The vet on yesterday was not available because they were so busy. And so it was just one of those days where my mind, I knew that if I allowed myself, and I don't mind as the devil's playground, but I knew that if I allowed myself to just kind of just sit in that not knowing feeling, that I would start thinking worst case scenario. And, I think for anyone, when you start thinking worst case scenario, it becomes easy to get depressed. It becomes easy to get frustrated. It just becomes easy to have an unproductive day, if that makes sense. A day where you're not grateful, a day where you don't see how blessed you are. And so that was what my day was. And so I wanted to get on here to release the word that God was giving me. I'll give you guys an update on Big Girl a little bit later on, because I did hear back this morning. Actually, they're closed, but I think the vet or the vet technician, I don't know these people's names, y'all, text me. And so I'll give that update towards like the end of the broadcast. But the declaration is like, get ready. That is the declaration. That is the word that the Lord has been speaking over and over and over and over again since yesterday to me. Get ready. Like, what he means by get ready is get yourself prepared for life to look different. Get yourself prepared for things. Come on, for the season to shift. Get yourself prepared. As I was cleaning my office on yesterday, like literally right as I got done unpacking them, I've unpacked the majority of things. And the thing with unpacking, when you move, it's like you get to see, once you've unpacked, you kind of get to see exactly what it is that you need in your house, what it is that you need in your office, or whatever the case may be. And so as I was just kind of sitting here, because I was tired, y'all, I cleaned my home. I did laundry. I did a little bit of everything on yesterday, worked out. And so as I had gotten done cleaning my office and unpacking some of the boxes that were still here, I began to hear the Lord tell me this: get ready, because it won't always be this way. I'm going to say it again. Get ready, because it won't always be this way. And I knew that, like, in that moment, what God was really talking, what he was really dealing with my heart about is, either you can allow your current circumstance, your current struggle, your current trial, your current test to get you into a place where you just, believe that your life will never change. And believe me, it's real easy to get into that point where what you're going through seems like it is like a life sentence. It is so, I've been in so many seasons in life since my journey with God that it's very easy to get to the point where, I pray that I'm making sense. Hey, Vish, it's very easy to get to the point where you feel like what you're going through is never going to end. Like, I'm sure like some of you guys may be feeling that right now, where you've been waiting on something to happen, or you've been dealing with a current like struggle for like so long that like you start to like look up at God, like, is this ever going to end? Like, is my life going to forever look like this? Am I going to continue to forever be dealing with whatever your circumstance is? That was how my wilderness was. And to a certain degree, like this past year and a half, it was like that in certain areas, like ministry, even down to like financial barriers that would pop up, even down to my dog, where sometimes you go through it so long that you start to like wonder, like, is this ever gonna change? Like, God, I'm doing my best, but is it ever going to change? Like, is this thing ever going to shift? And so, like I said, it's easy to get into that place when you've been dealing with something for so long, when you've been in a cycle for so long, when you have not seen results for so long. It is absolutely the easiest thing to do is to kind of just start to accept your right now circumstance, your right now season to be like a life sentence. And so I knew that as I was, looking at the office and just looking at the progress, thinking about the things that I needed to kind of just get some things up and going, I knew that what God was ultimately saying when he said, get ready, what he was saying is, don't accept your right now as a life sentence. The seasons change, right? Circumstances shift. And I've seen this firsthand like so many times, but even now, like God is leading me to think about like my wilderness. I was in that season. I chose full-time ministry, and I entered into like one of the roughest seasons of my life. It was a 3.5-year season, and all I had was a promise from God. Like that was literally all I had was a promise for God. And for 3.5 years, I didn't see results. I didn't see the fruit of what he had promised me. And a lot of times, many times, like I have lost count of how many times I sat there in that season. And, a part of me was starting to accept that I was going to die in that season. But then the other part was like, at some point, something has to change. But my mind oftentimes wondered about like if that season, if God was going to ever do what he said he was going to do. And so I've been in a similar place in this season, but the words that the Holy Spirit just keeps uttering is get ready. I believe there are some of you guys that are right at that place that I'm describing. You're right at that place where it's like, Lord, I've been dealing with X, Y, and Z for so long. Like it just feels like it is going to be like a death sentence. Get ready because things won't always be that way. And it's amazing, like when we start to move by faith, when we start to actually do the things right to show that we believe that our right now is not a forever. It's amazing the hope that comes from that. It's amazing how just little things that we can do really feed our faith and encourage us to keep going. I pray that I'm making sense. And so that was kind of like where yesterday was for me. It was a day where I needed to get my home in order. I needed to clean. I needed to unpack some of these boxes, even though I have not really and truly been wanting to. And so, that is today's word, like get ready. My question even now as I'm saying that is, how prepared are you for your season to shift? I'm going to say it again. How prepared are you for your season to shift? I'm going to say it one more time. How prepared are you for your season to shift? It's kind of like if you think about like the seasons in the natural realm, right? Whenever like it's spring, whenever it's shifting from summertime to fall time, like people start buying like fall and winter clothes in the summer. Like, have y'all not noticed that, right? Whenever it's time for a season to shift, what many people would do is go throughout their closet, take out all the spring and summer clothes and begin to fill their closet up with their winter clothes. They start bringing out their coats. They start bringing out the sweatsuits. They start bringing out all type of stuff. It is the same way for us. And so, I wanted to give those of you guys that encouragement of actually taking time to like really think about what can feed your faith. What can you do to encourage you to believe that life won't always be this way? There are some of you guys even now believing for living arrangements. Some of you guys believing for jobs. There are some of you guys believing for so many other things. And so I want you to start asking yourself, am I really prepared? Or have I started to allow this circumstance, allow this hurdle to become like my forever sentence? Because that is a thing. And I think unconsciously we enter into a phase of accepting our right now as a life sentence. And so we just kind of soak and we just kind of maneuver through the process, not really doing anything to feed our faith, not really doing anything to like encourage us to like believe that the season will shift. And so what is it that you can be doing? One thing that I used to do in my wilderness, because in that season, one of the main things that I was believing God for was living arrangements. I was living with my mom. So one of the first things that I was, stop Capone, that I was believing my mom for, or that I was believing for, was living arrangements. So even though like that season was so financially strained, one of the things that I would do as God would lead me is I would go window shopping. I'm going to say it again, like I would go window shopping. What do you mean by that, Apostle? I would like go to stores and I would like look at things that I wanted in my home. I would look at comforter sets. I would look at stuff for the bathroom. I would look at different paintings. And, you know, even though I was not buying those things, it encouraged me that even though it had been a year, even though it had been 2 years, even though it had been 3 years, every single time I went, it encouraged me that one day, that used to be my mindset, one day I'm going to have this stuff. One day. And I think a lot of it revolves around, for me at least, is getting to a place where I had to like get to a point where I allowed myself to envision life looking differently. And I think that because so many people get caught up in the struggle, you get caught up in whatever your setback is, whatever the opposition is, whatever the obstacle is, where many times when we've dealt with something for a prolonged period of time, we don't even allow ourselves to even envision what life would look like differently. And because we don't allow ourselves to envision what life would look like, right, outside of that struggle, we find ourselves not really taking those little small steps of faith, doing those little small things that can feed our faith, feed our hope. I pray that I'm making sense. And so, again, the word today is get ready. Get ready. I could have sat up here all day yesterday, and even though I had my moments where I was really, really down and out, I was really, really sad. I had my moments yesterday where I just thought, like, in certain aspects of my life, is it ever going to change, right? I had those moments. I'm not going to sit up here and act like it was just an all good day. It was a productive day, but it was a day where I had some moments where I had to make a choice. Am I going to sit in how I feel right now? Am I going to sit in how long I've been waiting on certain things? Am I going to sit on the fact that I really don't know what's happening with my dog? Am I going to just sit in this, or am I going to work myself out of this? And so I had moments like that yesterday of having to work out of the rut, having to make that conscious decision that, Lord, I am going to have, I'm going to have faith. But the words that I heard the Lord speaking was get ready. Get prepared for what you want. And it's like, I think one of the most frustrating things for me, apart from, I think one of the most frustrating things about like where I've been lately is the fact that it's kind of like, I feel like certain storms have stole my focus. Can I just flow? Can I just be transparent? I feel like some of these storms have stolen my focus. Like, I've wanted to pick certain things back up. I've wanted to like start doing some of the new things that God has given me a vision for. And so so that has been where a lot of my frustration has been, because it's like when you're dealing with so much, you just don't have the wherewithal. You don't have the energy to do what you know you should be doing. And so God telling me to get ready, it was just him simply saying, prepare as if it's done. I'm going to say that again. Prepare as if it's done. Prepare as if it's done. Prepare. I believe that is one of the things that God is, prepare like it's done. Prepare like you already in that apartment. Prepare like you've already relocated. Prepare as if your bank account is already in the overflow. Prepare. Because a person that's not prepared cannot receive from God. I'm going to say that again. A person that is not prepared cannot receive from God. I'm going to say it again. A person that is not prepared cannot receive from God. And that is it. That is your word today. Make today a productive one. Go out and do the small things. Go out and do something beyond the norm of what you've been doing in dealing with whatever circumstance you have been in the middle of. Get out and do something different. If you know that God has called you to be an entrepreneur, make today productive. Start preparing for that business to get off the ground. Start preparing. If you say, Apostle, I'm believing for living arrangements, go out looking, go out window shopping, start envisioning yourself there. And I think that was one of the biggest things about my faith. My faith saw it before I had it. I'm going to say it again. My faith saw it before I had it. I'm going to say that again. My faith saw it. My faith saw what God was going to do in my life. My faith saw the outcome before I got it. Before the outcome became my reality, I saw it. God had given me the vision for it. And I think sometimes going through rough situations, rough seasons in life, it makes us stop imagining life outside of that struggle. It can steal your vision if you allow it. Your emotions can totally steal your vision if you let it. Today is all about preparation. This season is all about getting back to that place where we can start seeing life looking differently. And that was the revelation that God gave me. It was so prophetic, me cleaning my office, because it was like God saying, I need you to see this again. I need you to see these businesses off the ground again. I need you to see yourself in a productive atmosphere. I need you to see it now. And so that is it, you guys. That is the word that God gave me. Get prepared. Prepare as if it's done. Prepare as if it's done. And so that is it, you guys. The update on Bella is the vet technician, or the vet. I don't know which one it was, y'all. The vet technician, I'm assuming. Text me this morning saying that I can come and see Bella. I can come and visit her today. And so this afternoon, I'll be going to see Bella, to just see how she's doing. It's still, they say she's alert, no more IV. She's eating well. They're tricking her into drinking water by putting food in the water. Funny, I know. But she is still not mobile. She's not, I'm not sure if she's standing. I'm not sure if she's able to walk, but she is holding her head up. She is alert. She is doing certain things. And so today I'm actually going to be going to see her. And that sparks so many emotions, because I'm like, Lord, I'm getting ready to eat breakfast. I am feeling nervous about it. I'm feeling very, very nervous about it, because I don't want to be sad. I don't want it to be a worst case scenario. And maybe God just needs me to. This is the first vet my old vet didn't, it wasn't no going to visit your dog. No, yeah, he probably would have let me if I would have asked him to. But the fact that this vet they're closed right now. She messaged me early this morning saying, hey, you can come visit her. And so I'm glad to go and see her. It's just one of those things where it's Lord, I need her to be okay. And so that is it, y'all. That is it. And so prepare. That's the word of the day. Prepare. I'm going to say it again. The word of the day is prepare. Prepare. Stop. Prepare. And so that's it, y'all. To those of you guys that feel led to sow, you guys can sow. You can sow. I do need that reassurance. You can sow, whether you're sowing via PayPal, whether you're sowing via the CashApp. The links are all in the description. If you need prayer for anything or have a testimony to share, you guys can also send that to the email. Right now, my goal is around 161, and it's just so that I can pay my car insurance so that I don't lose that. Today is absolutely the last day. To those of y'all that need to pay your tithes, go pay your tithes. Even if you're not paying them to this ministry, go and pay your tithes. And so That is the word today. Today for me is about trying to be productive, not trying, well, being productive, doing the things that I can do. And really, just me applying the message that I gave you guys today. That is what today is going to look like for me, doing some more work on the office and, getting myself back into a place where I am literally okay. And so that is it, you guys. As God leads me to come on, I will be back on. But right now, that is where we are. That is the word. As always, I can't add nothing to that, can't take away anything from it. And so I love y'all. I am rooting for you guys. And so the seed title is whatever you feel led to label it. You can, label this your prepare, your prepare as if it's done seed. You may feel led to label it something different, but that is it. I love you guys. I am rooting for you. I don't want this ball Capone. And so until next time, y'all, peace.